be seeing the lobes of the cerebral hemispheres. Now, what we have here are two brain specimens, the two cerebral hemispheres. Let us just get oriented with the cerebral hemisphere. Cerebellum is posterior, so this becomes the anterior end. This is superior, this is inferior, this is the flat medial surface, and this is the superolateral surface. So this is the cerebral hemisphere of the right side. Now let us identify the lobes in this cerebral hemisphere. For that, we first take the central sulcus. Second is the posterior ramus of the lateral sulcus. Then we have 2 points, the pre-occipital notch and the parieto-occipital sulcus, and join it by an imaginary line. The lobe which lies behind this imaginary line is the occipital lobe. The posterior ramus of lateral sulcus, we can extend it a little posteriorly up to the imaginary line, and the area which lies below this is the temporal lobe. The area which lies anterior to the central sulcus and above the posterior ramus of the lateral sulcus is the frontal lobe. And the lobe which lies behind the central sulcus above the posterior ramus of lateral sulcus and in front of the first imaginary line is the parietal lobe. That gives us the 4 lobes: frontal, parietal, temporal and occipital. We can see one more lobe here when we separate the 2 lips of the posterior ramus of lateral sulcus. In the depth, you can see that there is a lobe which is buried inside, showing similar elevations and depressions, that is the gyri and the sulci, and that lobe there inside is the insular lobe, and what we see is the insular cortex. So that's the 5th lobe, that's the insula. Now let us see on the medial surface, we come across these C-shaped structures like the corpus callosum, the caudate nucleus, the fornix. All these C-shaped structures constitute another lobe which is called the limbic lobe. Thus, we have 6 lobes in each cerebral hemisphere: the frontal lobe, parietal lobe, temporal lobe, occipital lobe, the insula and the limbic lobe.